My Berry Crostatas have a lattice top that hide a homemade berry filling, and they really are a treat. So I'm gonna start off with the homemade filling. Now, it is berry-based, but I like to add an apple to cook into my berry filling. The apple absorbs that wonderful berry color and berry flavor. I'm also adding half a cup each blueberry and raspberry. And really, what makes this berry filling set nicely is the 1 cup of cranberries. I need to sweeten this up a bit, half a cup of sugar, and let me grab my vanilla, and just a pinch of cinnamon. This really takes it into that dessert treat world, which I think a turnover or an individual pastry suits. I'll put this on medium heat. I'll give it a quick stir right now, and I let it simmer and bubble away, but I give it about 15 minutes. So now I want to get onto this crostata dough. It's a bit like a pie dough, but it's got that extra sweetness to it. I'll start off with 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, and I'll add half a teaspoon of salt, 10 tablespoons of unsalted butter, cut into pieces, and then I just break it down. First, break the big chunks into smaller chunks, and then you really start working it into the flour. So now what I do is I add my 1/3 cup of sugar, I add a single egg to it, and an egg yolk. Just give this a little whisk. There we go. And then I start in the middle and bring in the dry ingredients into the center until it comes together. Shape it into 2 discs. 1 for the bottom layer, 1 for the top layer of my crostatas. And now I'll let these chill down, at least 2 hours. After your dough has chilled until it's firmed, it's ready to roll. And here I have the cooked filling that I've cooled and then chilled down. So I'm going to start rolling my bases. Now a little flour for rolling. What I'm aiming for here is about a 10-inch square. There we go. Give this a measure, see how I'm doing. 10. Very nice. What I'll first do is trim my edges, just to square everything off. Now, I don't want to cut my individual crostata quite yet, but I want to make a marking so I know where to place the fruit. First, across, horizontally and vertically, and then from corner to corner. Then you can clearly see the 8 triangle-shaped crostata that I'll be making. Now, I know exactly where to spoon in my filling. There we go. And now I'm ready to roll the second piece of pastry to make the lattice top. So instead of making an individual lattice for each crostata, I'm going to weave 1 big one right on top and then portion them up. And now I want to cut this into strips, about 1 inch across. Now, the first move is to place half of the strips in one direction, leaving a little space in between them. So now, to make the lattice, the first thing you do is fold back, alternating pieces of pastry, and now you drop in one the opposite direction. And then you fold it over, and you start seeing the beginning of the basket weave take shape here. Now, going the other direction, lift the other ones back. And then you keep going, alternating the pastries you flip over and lay in place. There we go. Now, I cut this into 8. They really do have a lovely shape to them. And before I pop these in the oven, A little brushing with an egg wash. It helps to keep the pastry in place and give it a nice shine. And all it is an egg whisked with a little bit of water, about 2 tablespoons. The finishing touch is a little sprinkling of cinnamon sugar right on top. All right. I'll pop them in a 350 oven and give them about 25 minutes to bake. Oh, these look so nice. The finishing touch after they've cooled is a little icing sugar right on top. You've got the fruit filling, the pastry, and it's easy to pick up and eat. Oh, this is what a turnover is all about, that contrast in texture and color. That's a keeper.